Hi everybody, it's Miss Savannah. I thought I would dress up for this meeting, but then I thought you guys wouldn't recognize me. So here I am in my good old baseball cap that many of you see me in. But all jokes aside, Miss Denise and I are beyond grateful that you guys are coming back to the school, and we are so excited to finally open up the doors and get kids coming back to school. Preschool is so important, and it's not just good for the kids, it's good for the parents, and us as teachers, we love doing it. So we're just really, really excited to have everybody back. We've missed them so much. It's been 4 months. It's pretty much that we've been closed. So this is really great news for everybody. This is just kind of, instead of a Zoom meeting with everybody, this is more of just a video that you can come check in. It doesn't matter if it's midnight or 2 in the afternoon. We just wanted to do this so everybody had a chance to listen to it, kind of understand where we're going further with different policies and procedures. And then if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. And I've included that number in the text that I sent you to link you to this video. So just a few things that we're going to start off with. We do have new temporary hours that'll start at 6:15 in the morning until 4:30. That is an hour difference from when we usually close, but that gives us an extra 30 minutes at the end of the day to do a full reset of the classroom before the next day. This is just kind of a reminder, because I know not all of us are looking at our old policies and procedures, that we still will be charging $1 a minute for parents that are late. So please just be mindful of that. And please always call, if something comes up, you think you're going to be late. Just so you know, we're keeping contact with each other. Keep the ways of communication open. We have a new phone number. The downstairs area still has the same one, but we are going to be all upstairs. There will be nobody, no parents, no children entering the downstairs area. That will be closed up, and we will all be upstairs in what used to be the Lion Cub classroom. So everything, drop off, pick up, whatever, will all be taking place upstairs. And we have a new number for that is included in the text message as well. Again, going over some basic policies and procedures that have already been in place. Just a reminder, if your child is going to be arriving after 9 a.m., please call. Please call us before 9 a.m. Calling before 9 a.m. just lets us know that your child is in fact coming. They're not sick. Nothing's happened to you. It kind of makes everything work better and easier on our end. And kind of piggybacking off of that, if your child is staying home, please call us. I know life gets busy and things happen, kids are sick, but if your child is sick, please call us and let us know they are sick. And even better if you can tell us what they're sick with, so we can kind of keep an eye on it within other children. We can keep an eye on it within other children and make sure it's not a bug going around. As well as, even if it's just personal, even if you guys are just taking personal days, vacation days, whatever's happening, please let us know. Not calling will make us most likely assume that your child is sick, and we'd rather know exactly what's going on to make sure that on our end we're keeping everybody safe. So just another thing we super appreciate. We are coming out with, I texted everybody with this, some new policies and procedures. The packet must be picked up and returned by Tuesday the 30th. We will have those packets ready tomorrow, Friday, for everyone to pick up, and we'll have them out all weekend, so you can come pick it up. We will have drop-off times on Monday, Tuesday, the 29th, and the 30th, in between 10 and 5. If you can't drop it off between that time, please text Denise or call that number that I've texted you to schedule a different time. We just don't want anybody leaving their personal information out for, who knows to grab. So we want to make sure if you come by and drop your packet off that someone is there, Denise or myself, to pick it up. That will just kind of have contact information that we'll need to be confirming the policies and procedures you guys will need to read. We'll talk about it, but this is just more for you to sign and give back to us, and as well as some other things like some waivers and just some other knowledge that you guys need to know about. Your child cannot return until that packet is filled out, signed, and you have confirmed all your contact information, which Denise will be doing at the end of next week to make sure that everyone's work number, cell phone number, etc. is all up to date. Just so we make sure that all the emergency contacts are all where they should be. Moving forward, I'm going to show us a little video of how drop up and pick up is going to go, because it is going to be very different. It's going to be different for the fact that it's upstairs, and it's going to be very different as far as how we're going to be keeping children safe, social distance, sanitizing things you're going to be touching, and so on and so forth. So I will include that clip here and do a little voiceover. Here we go. When you first get to school, if you don't see anybody at the door, feel free to come up to right into the space. We do ask that you please hold your child's hand all the way up to the door and until Miss Denise has screened them and they're okay to come in. There's a bunch of parking. It's really close to the main street for the hospital. We don't want the kids touching everything on the way in. Alright, so if you see that somebody's already at the front door, we have these areas right here for you guys to line up. They are 6 feet apart and they will be marked. We ask that there's only 3 people that line up here. If you show up and there's already 3 people there, please wait in your car until there's a spot open for you to go get in line. We'll line up here, and when that person leaves and is completely out of the area, then you may then go up to the door. Once you have lined up and or dropped your child off, you will then come back to the sign-in table, which is right here. We will have all of your sign-in sheets and questionnaires on individual clipboards, so please be careful and make sure that you're picking the right child. Please make sure you are signing everything accurately and honestly. We really don't want to call anybody back to sign their kids out. So you'll meet at this table, and then we're asking only 2 people at this table, 1 on each end, so 1 to the left and 1 to the right. And if you are at the door and you're waiting to go sign your child in, you need to wait until there's a spot that moves. If you have any questions about that, please, again, contact us and let us know. We just want to make sure that everything runs as smoothly as possible the first week. So if you watch that video and you're still kind of confused of what's going on, please reach out, because we want everyone to kind of know what they're doing and go with it. Which now gets us to a really big part of our policies and procedures, which is our illness policy. This is going to be very strictly enforced, and it's going to take the whole village. It's going to take us as providers, the children, and understanding, to the parents being open and honest with us about everything, to make sure that we're keeping the environment safe for everybody as much as possible. So going forward, any child that appears to be sick from any type of illness, it doesn't have to be COVID-19, it could be the flu, fever, cough, they must stay home. They absolutely cannot come to school sick. We need to make sure that if we see a kid that's sick, that we're going to be calling you, and you need to pick up your child immediately. There is no hour grace period. If we call you and let you know that your child is sick, pickup needs to happen close to immediate. We understand drive times and things like that, but we cannot have a sick child left in the premises for long periods of time. We will have a special area for children to go who are showing symptoms of an illness. But other than that, yes, please pick your child up immediately if you're called. More towards like the COVID, we will screen your child every morning, like I kind of said earlier. And you guys will also be screening them every morning before they drop off. Our thermometer is just to confirm what you should have already done, right? And yeah, if a child has a fever of 104 or above, they can't come to school, and they cannot come to school until 72 hours from their fever broke. And that has to be without fever-reducing medication. So this has to be a natural process. If your child has a fever for 12 hours and their fever breaks at 8 p.m., you cannot come back to school until 72 hours after 8 p.m. So 8 p.m., 8 p.m., 8 p.m., and that following day, you're welcome to come back to school. That's that's super important. And that's just going to make sure that your kid is being symptom free and giving a good period of time being away to make sure they're actually getting better, their symptoms are going away, and hopefully when they come back to school they're not still contagious with it, you know. If your child experiences any allergies, I don't think we have any kids with allergies right now or any other medical conditions, please provide a doctor's note documenting what the condition is and what the symptoms are, so we're not trying to send your child home every other day. It's important for us to recognize if your child has something going on and what the symptoms are, so we can, you know, look at, oh, okay, this is what it is, it's not this. But if we don't have anything on file about it, we will be calling you to pick them up, and you will have to move forward with that doctor's note and get it to us before not before coming back, but if we still see symptoms when they're coming back, we're going to keep sending them home until you get that to us. So I'm sure you guys all understand. All right, if anyone in your home, your child has been in close proximity to COVID-19, your child, and pretty much all of you guys, have to be in a 14-day quarantine in your home. Your child cannot come to school until their 14 days has passed from whenever you documented that they've come into contact with this person. I know that it's hard to tell. You guys could be out in public, things happen, but if you know that you went to your cousin's house and then they tested positive for COVID and you were all there, then you've been exposed to it, you've been in closer proximity, and it is important that you are honest and open with us about that. For the sake of the staff, for the sake of the children, and the sake of the public, that we do our duty to keep everybody safe. So we will have a questionnaire for you when you guys arrive every day. Every day we will have that for you, asking about fever, symptoms, have you been exposed, etc. And that is when you sign the policy and procedures, you are signing off that you will be honest and upfront if you've been exposed. Again, really important for us to really stress that. Some of the symptoms you might see for COVID-19 are fever, cough, shortness of breath, chills, muscle pain, headache, sore throat, loss of taste or smell. And in children, they're realizing that there may be another strand or other symptoms for children. So in children, we specifically need to look out for pink eye, red eyes, diarrhea, rash, and stomach pain. If your child is experiencing any one of these, your child cannot come to school. Basically, if your child's sick in any way, they can't come to school, and specifically this is stuff that not only do the parents need to watch out for, but also us as teachers and staff will be looking out for as well. We will be doing constant monitoring throughout the day to make sure that if any symptoms do arise, we're catching it and we're moving forward with sanitation, removing the child to a safe place, and getting them home to rest. And you guys might be wondering, okay, well, if we're doing all of this to keep everyone safe, what are you guys doing? Well, a lot. We are doing our absolute best to keep every kid safe. So some things that we're doing is this. We're updating our policies and procedures to make sure that sick kids aren't coming to school and sick kids are getting picked up as soon as possible. And, you know, setting up different drop-off and pick-up policies so the contact between everybody is very, very minimal. I talked about this earlier, but we're going to be monitoring not just the kids, but the staff too. The staff is also going to be getting screened, and the staff will also have to fill out questionnaires, etc. And they have their own set of policies and procedures that they must follow in order to come to work and be, you know, the best employee and best teacher that they can be for the business and for the kids. We are increasing our daily cleaning. We were already relatively clean beforehand, but now we are even increasing it even more. Having separate bins for dirty, clean, sanitizing stations, indoor, outdoor, rotations. We're also staying open for ourselves, for staff, an extra half an hour every day to make sure we're really spraying things down without the kids there, so we can go into a deeper cleaning and kind of a little stronger cleaner to clean and then air out overnight. So when the kids come in the morning, it's a clean, safe environment. We are also practicing safe social distancing. We have red duct tape marked all over the classroom and outside to separate safe different play areas, walkways, to make sure that, unfortunately, the kids aren't playing together, but they are within the same room together. We're thinking the red tape will really help visualize what 6 feet is. We also have this really wonderful PVC pipe that's 6 feet to really help show the kids what it means to be this far away, which I think is going to be super important, which is a brilliant idea by Miss Denise. Miss Denise, I know you're going to watch this. That was a great idea. Also, we're moving any material that can't easily be sanitized and things that take a long time to dry. We have shelves full of manipulatives and puzzles and all sorts of activities, so please do not fear that your child will not have material to play with. Miss Denise just has spent so much time going through material and classrooms and sheds and closets and pretty much everything to make sure that everything's more organized and easily effective for when we do open. And here we are, and it looks amazing. So they will have the appropriate materials to use so they can get correctly sanitized. Going off of that, kids will also receive their own bag of Play-Doh, slime, and other craft materials that can't be sanitized, so that'll be really special for them. We also ask that you please don't bring any items from home. The child needs to bring themselves and their lunchbox, and if it's really, really chilly in the morning, maybe a jacket, but other than that, please keep all toys, snugglies, backpacks at home. We love that the kids want to share with the other kids. We love that they feel comfortable bringing them, but just right now, we don't want to go through the process of sanitizing additional items than we already have to, especially if they're items that are hard to sanitize. Since we are moving into the season of summer, which we know gets pretty hot around here, we ask that when you bring your child on the first day, or whenever their first day is, that you bring a pair of extra summer clothes for them in a Ziploc bag that's labeled with their name, and as well as 2 child spray sunscreens. We'll be using those all summer to spray the kids when we can go outside, and if your child requires special sunscreen, please make sure to bring their special sunscreen for them. We are so excited to see you soon, and just a reminder to pick up your packets, look over all the information, sign them and return them as soon as possible so your child is ready to go when they come the first week of July. Have a great weekend, and we can't wait to hear from you all.